Welcome to the introductory tutorial for Stocky, a premium free stock photo resource website for Joomla 3. So let's jump right in here. As you see, we have a beautiful site here with a full width header area, and we've got a nice logo here, we've got our search here, and we've got a nice little JavaScript counter here. So let's refresh the page so we can see how everything loads in with the counter. As you see, the counter counts up, and then when we scroll down the page here, we'll see that our header comes into view, and we have a nice hover effect here on the images and a nice cascading grid with CSS3 effects as they load in. And we get here to the middle, and here's our categories with more CSS3 effects. Here's our Get Involved section with some nice hover effects. Here's the contributors area. And from the blog and the latest news. And we move down to the bottom where we have our Subscribe Now newsletter, our footer, and our Back to Top button. So let's go over the module positions that are used here in Stocky real quick. Up here in the top, we have the top left and the top right, and those are both using Joomla menus. Then here in this area, we have the header, and we have our menu bar left with our menu with suckerfish setting on it. We also have another setting for dual fish. And here we have our logo. This is not a module position. You can easily change the logo in the back end of the template administrator. You just need to upload your logo to the logos folder inside the template and then select it from the back end. And then here in the inset position, we have a custom HTML module with this image and the text, and this is the core Joomla search module, and this is another custom HTML module here in inset with the text with the JavaScript counter. Over here on the left side module, we have this fixed, so it stays in position, and that's our social networking. We're using a custom HTML module there, so you can easily go into it and put your own links in for each of the social networking. And this also is not images, it's using a font face, so you can add other social networks easily. Then here in the component area, we have our featured layout. This is a special featured layout, featured cascading grid, which gives us the ability that Joomla normally doesn't have. If you know about Joomla rows and columns, you'll know that all the images have to be equal sizes or you're going to get extra space. So this actually lays it out in columns, so you can have unlimited sizes of images in here without disturbing the grid. Then here in our user 13, we have our JoomlaXTC category wall, and this is just showing the category image for each category and the category title. In user 19, we have the Get Involved area, and this is just custom HTML with a title here and these boxes. These are not linked right now because I don't know where you want to link them to. So when you install it, you can go ahead and open the custom HTML module and go ahead and put your own links here for share and contribute. The contributors is just our deluxe News Pro module, and this is showing articles and article titles with a featured one here and a grid over here. And this is in the user 25 position. Down here in the From the Blog, this is user 31. Again, this is our News Pro module. And as you see, it can be done with many different layouts here. So we've got this layout using News Pro, this one is using News Pro, and over here in user 32, this is also News Pro. All of these layouts come in the module, so all you have to do is upload the module, select the layout, and you're done. Down here in the user 55 position, we have the AcyMailing component module. And this text here is just the intro text in the module. And down in the footer, we have another Joomla menu down here, and this is just repeating what's up here in the top right. And so we're just using menu aliases here to repeat that. Then we have a custom HTML module here for our copyright, and also in the footer, but in a fixed position, we have our elevator module, which is the back to top. So let's go back to the top and let's go ahead and check out the styles that we have. So that was the first style. Our second style has a field, and then it has a darker header. And we have some rock formation in the background here. And then we have some green down here and a little bird. So let's go ahead and check out the next style. This will be style 3. We have some nice aurora up there in the top. And we have a red header on this one. Then we have a background there. And then we have a dark section here. And then we're just redoing what's in the header down here. And now let's go ahead and check out the final style, which is style number 4. We have a balloon image. As you see, we have a white header with the darker drop downs. Down here we have a little beach scene. And we end up with a mountain scene. So now let's go back here to the style number 1 and let's check out some of the pages. Like we're showing here in the demo, Stocky is pretty much so based on a free stock photo resource. You could use it for that. You could use it for a photo blog, for a portfolio, but we've done a lot of overrides and we have a lot of custom stuff in it to set it up in this way. So let me show you something that maybe you haven't seen before. Let's go ahead and do a search. So let's go ahead, and since all of our images in here are named stock photo with a number, let's just use stock photo for this demo. And as you see now, on the search component, we actually have images now, and they're laid out in a grid. The normal Joomla search does not do images, and it doesn't lay it out in a grid. So this is a special override, and we're actually using a special plugin for the search, and I'll show you that in the administration tutorial. So if you want to use it for searching photos, you can use our search plugin. Otherwise, it's just going to show the normal text that it would show. So we have quite a few module suffixes in here, and a lot of them are tied to base colors. So you've got all the font awesome icons that you can use for your modules. You also have different colors, and these colors are all set up with the colors that we're using in the template. You have your sideline colors here, which are all base colors. We have base color 1 through 8 in the template manager. So all you have to do is just change the base color, and it'll change here in this color. Then we have our boxes, and then we have our base color boxes. You do have base color 1 through 8, where I'm showing you here 5, 6, and 7 in this. Then you have your tabbed, and you can use all of these suffixes together. So if you wanted to use one of the icons from the font awesome here in the green box, you could use both the suffixes. And then in our typography section, you have your basic core typography here with drop caps, quotes, blog styles, notes, buttons, your P styles, and all of your font awesome. And here under pages, we have our normal pages, our dual column blog here for Joomla, with some hover effects on the read more. And then here's your Joomla stuff. The login form, we've done a really nice style here for the login form. We've got a nice background and nice hover here, and we've applied that to all of the login forms, the register, username, password reset. Then you've got your normal search form. We have a contact page, your wrapper, the Joomla Finder, and tags. So now let's look at the categories. Right here, this is the category for the images. So we're using our category wall here on the top, so you can easily browse the categories. And then under, we're using the featured layout again. But now in this one, we're using 4 columns. So as you see, it'll work really nice with 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, as many as you can put in, just based on how many images you have. So let's go ahead and check out the individual category pages. Here's the abstract category. And this is just the Stocky grid layout. And here's a 2 column. And here in the top, we have some nice effects. It's just a custom HTML module in the Stocky grid module position, along with a search. And so I basically put a search in here for every category. So if you're in abstract, you're going to see search abstract. If you go over here to business, you're going to see search business. So let's check out the blog styles. So here's your normal 1-column blog with sidebar over here. This is in the right position. Then we have a 2-column, 3-column, 4-column, up to 6 columns here. There's the 2-column. Let's go ahead and go up to the 4-column. So as you see, the text here changes when the columns are more. So the text shrinks for the title, so you don't have to worry about it being blown out when you add more columns. We've already done the CSS work for you there. And then we have our featured layouts. This is a featured center. So we have our featured article in the center and articles all around it. Then we have our featured left, our featured right, and so on. Here's our cascading grid. Again, this is what I was talking about with the cascading grid, but our cascading grid actually has the intro text here. So you're seeing the tag, the title, and these plugins here that I'll get into in a moment in a cascading grid. So let's go ahead and look at the normal article page. So here's your standard article page with everything on. You've got your image, your title, and your info box, your voting, your content. This is a photo gallery. This is done with our image gallery plugin. It's an easy way to include image galleries in your articles. Then the video here. This is done with our Xstream video player, and it can play YouTube or your own videos or whatever you choose, and it's fully responsive. Then we have our links down here. Now let's check out the article with the age lock. This is the age lock plugin. So let's say that you have an article here, and let's say there's a lot of profanity in it, and you really don't want young people to see it, so you can go ahead and put our age lock plugin right here before the text, and then you have to go ahead and confirm that you are as many years as you put in there to actually view the content. Now let's look at the Stocky article, and this is the article that we're using for all the articles on the home page and for our stock photography site. So basically we have our article image, and it's going to be on the left. You don't have to set anything in the options for the image to the left because we're using Bootstrap and we've got a couple spans there. So you've got your image on the left. Here you have the Stocky article module position, so you can actually have a module position inside the article. So if you have your image here and you want to put an upsell here, or maybe you want to put something like we did here with a little Shutterstock, to kind of drive some affiliate stuff. And also we have our Facebook, like, and our Google. And then here we have our download link for the image. We have add to Lightbox, and this will actually add this to our reading list component, where you can go ahead and you can save these articles and go back and look at them later. So this is perfect if you're browsing a portfolio or a stock photo site and you want to go ahead and save some images for later, because you want to go ahead and down them later or buy them or whatnot. And this here is our Easy Donate plugin, and this is linked to PayPal, so you can accept donations here. And this is how you would monetize your site. And the download is actually just using the link A inside the Joomla article. You just put in your title and you put in the link to your download and you're good to go. and this is just core intro text. So let's look at an article with J2 Store. We've included J2 Store with the template here, so you can easily go ahead and sell images. J2 Store just loads in right here, and you can put your dollar amount and set up the download. You still have your add to the lightbox, and you can still buy us coffee. So now the normal Joomla category list, totally bootstrapped, ready to go. And now we have some custom pages. So for the contributors, this is a special override layout. Here we have our featured contributor, and here we have the other contributors. And so if we go ahead and check out a contributor page, you'll see that we have the image on the left, and we have a circular image here to give it a little bit of styling, something a little different. So here's the facts page, the frequently asked questions. And this is just a Joomla category blog using our frequently asked questions override. And as you see, it styles it nicely with a little information here, nice CSS3 hover, and your text and your title. So this is really good if you have some terms and conditions and, frequently asked questions. It's a perfect layout for that. Then we've included pricing tables with this. Very easy to set this up. This is just a Joomla category blog with our override for pricing tables, and these are just articles, and this is just the intro text here showing. I've turned off the read more, and I've chosen to go ahead and use J2 Store with it. So you can actually set this up so it works perfectly to go ahead and subscribe, or you can go to the article page, and here's our article, and here's the J2 Store here to subscribe. And then we have a portfolio view. The portfolio view is also an override, and all the portfolio view does is it just doesn't have any of the intro text or the title or anything. So if all you want to show is just a grid of the images for the introduction, and then go ahead and have a normal article, once you click on it, you can go ahead and use the portfolio. And here's our photo gallery. This again is our image gallery plugin. If you click on one of the images, you'll see we have a pop-up here, and we have some navigation. And this is just a Joomla article with the photo gallery embedded in it. We have a nice and clean 404 page for you to use. And then we've loaded it up with extensions. So we have K2 in here. Here's a blog for K2. We've included the latest version of Kunena, so if you want to have a forum, it's styled perfectly with all the styles. We've included Virtuemart. This is just a core Virtuemart 3 with a little bit of extra styling from us, and we did add some bootstrap overrides here to go ahead and take care of the columns and the gutters and everything with bootstrap. Here's the AcyMailing component. Again, we did a nice override for this, kind of just like the login statuses. And then we've already taken a look at J2 Store, but here's a J2 Store category. So if you want to go ahead and sell images, here's a 2-column. Click on that, and here's the cart. And we've really blown this out with K2 because a lot of you out there really like using K2 and prefer it over Joomla content. So here's the full homepage using K2 modules. So this is the Joomla modules here. This is a K2 search. This is the K2 content here. Get down to the bottom. This is the K2 category wall. This is custom HTML. This is the K2 avatar wall. And these two are the K2 content walls. Again, the walls come with all of these templates preloaded. So all you have to do is put your content in, go to the module, turn it on, and select the layout, and you're done. So as you see, we've given you a perfect solution for a stock photo site, stock photo blog, maybe your own portfolio. Anything you can dream up, you can basically do with Stocky. Thanks for watching, and Check out the next video where we're going to go into the administration side of Stocky. We'll see you next time.